Division. 8 divided by 2. Well, here I have the 2 times table, and what I'm going to try and find out is how many times can I get a group of 2 out of 8. So if I had 8 dots, 2, 4, 6, 8, and I'm counting them in twos because I'm dividing by 2. How many groups of 2 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically we're counting up in twos, 2, 4, 6, 8 until we get to this number. And I've got the 2 times table here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. As you can see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 4. 14 divided by 2. So I'm going to count up in 2 until I get to 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 2's in 14. And if I did them in groups, you'd see I'd have 7 groups of them. 20 divided by 2. Count up in 2's until I get to 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I've got to there. And if I fill in the rest of those numbers, I would find I have 10 groups of 2. So let's get rid of all those numbers. Now, moving on to the next one. 9 divided by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There is no 9. It's between the 8 and the 10. So what I'm going to do is say how many 2's in the number nearest to 9 without going over. So it's got to be a number under 9 that's nearest to 9. So the highest number under 9 is 8. How many 2's in 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 4. There are 4 2's in 8, but I wanted 9. I didn't want 8. I found 8 and the answer was 4, but I wanted 9. So I just do a little sum. 9 take away 8. That's what I found. That's what I wanted. 1. There's 1 left over, and we say remainder 1. And if I try and do 9 in groups of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, the next one would be 10. There's my 9th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 left over. 4, remainder 1. So what about 11 divided by 2? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 11 is in between 10 and 12. So I can't use 11. I need the highest number without going over, which is 10. So I'm finding 10 divided by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. But I wanted 11, not 10. So I need to find the difference between 11 and 10. 11 take away 10 equals 1. So the remainder is 1. And if I draw 11 dots, I will find I can make 5 groups of 2 and there'll be 1 left over. So let's try the last one. 21 divided by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. It's in between. It's not in the 2 times table. So I can find, the nearest one I can find to 21 without going over is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. But I didn't want 20, I wanted 21. So what's the difference? Well, 21 take away 20 equals 1. So the remainder is 1, and the answer is 10, remainder 1. The remainders are really important. So pause the video and have a go at these. I'll just do one with you just to show that you can have a remainder of more than 1. Let's just do this one here. Sorry, the 14 divided by 5, and I'll let you do the rest. Just get my pen. (14) divided by 5. We'll do this one. So we're going to count up in 5s until we get to 14. 5, 10, 15. I don't know what that's doing there. Get rid of that. 5, 10, 15. So 14 is in between 10 and 15. It's here somewhere, isn't it? It's not in the 5 times table. So we go to the number that's highest without going over. 5, 10, 15. 15's gone over. The highest I can go is 10. So I'll just make a note of that. So what is 10 divided by 5? Well, 10 divided by 5 is 2. But I wanted 14, not 10. So I need to find the difference. So 14 take away 10 equals 4. So the remainder is 4. So you can have a remainder that's bigger than 1. I'll just show you with the 42 divided by 5. So 42 divided by 5, counting up to 42s in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 42 is not in the 5 times table. It's somewhere between 40 and 45. So the highest number I can go to without going over is 40. And 40 divided by 5 is 8. But I didn't want 40, I wanted 42. So what's the difference? 42 take away 40 equals 2. So the remainder is 2. So pause the video and have a go at the other ones. Just remember this line here isn't part of it. Right, let's see how you did. 16 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's somewhere between 15 and 20. So the number I want is 15. And the answer is 3. But I wanted 16. 16 take away 15. 3, remainder 1. 28 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 is too high. 25 is as far as I can go. And 25 divided by 5 is 5, but I wanted 28. So the remainder is 28 take away 25, that's the remainder. 22 divided by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is somewhere in between here. So the highest I can go to is 20, and the answer to 20 divided by 5 is 4, but I wanted 22. So 22 take away 20, the difference is 2. 13 divided by 5, 5, 10, 15 is too high, 13's here somewhere in between. So the highest I can go is 10, and 10 divided by 5 is 2, and 13 take away 10 is 3. Okay, so let's have a look at the next section. Right, we can use this method of single digit division for long numbers. There can be any number. All we have to do is just write them out a little differently. So here I've got 639 divided by 3. What I'm going to do is write the 639 and then surround it by a line. I call it a bus shelter. It looks a bit like a bus shelter. So they're the people standing under the bus shelter. The number you're dividing by goes on the outside. And then we're just going to use our knowledge of dividing low numbers to divide a high number. I'm just going to put my 3 times table in here. And this is always a good idea. If you're not good at your times table, just to put them in before you start, to work it out by adding 3 on each time. You don't have to. If you know your times table, you can just do it. So, first question. 6 divided by 3. So I start with the first digit and I just say 6 divided by 3. Well, how many 3's in 6? 3 is 6, that's 2. Go on to the next one. And we're just going to move along the queue. 3 divided by 3. 3, that's 1. And then finally, 9 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, that's 3. It's as simple as that. So start at the first number and just do 6 divided by 3, write the answer. 3 divided by 3, write the answer. 9 divided by 3, write the answer. So the answer is 213. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, let's see if you got it right. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 369 divided by 3 is 123. So let's have a look at different scenarios that might happen while you're doing this short method of division, the bus stop method. So let's have a look at this one. I'll just get my pen. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Nothing divided by 3 is nothing. So if you have a 0 in the middle of a number, it is 0. You can't just ignore it and move on. You have to write the 0 in. And then I move on to 9 divided by 3. 369 is 3. Pause the video and try the one underneath. Don't forget, if there's a 0, you must write it in. Okay, let's see if you got it right. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 0. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Excellent. So let's have a look at another scenario. Here, where the number ends in a 0. So I'll do the first one and then you can try the next one. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 0 divided by 3 is 0. You must write the 0 in. Pause the video and do the next one. Let's see if you got it right. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 0 divided by 3 is 0. We must write the 0 in. Moving on. Okay, what about when the numbers in the division sum aren't in the times table? So let's have a look. What about when the first number is not big enough? 2. It's not in the 3 times table. The 3 times table starts at 3. So if I did 2 dots, how many groups of 3 can I make? Well, none. But there is a remainder of 2. So when the first number is too small, it's smaller than the number you're dividing by, you move it along and put it in front of the next number. So now you can see I've got 21. So 3, how many 3's in 2? Well, there weren't any, so we've moved the 2 along. How many 3's in 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 3's in 3? 1. I'm just going to show you that again. How many 3's in 2? None, but we can't ignore the 2. We just move it along and put it in front of the next digit along. How many 3's in 21? 7. How many 3's in 3? Pause the video and have a go. I'm just going to change the number for you. Just realise that let's make it let's make it that. Sorry about that. Okay, so have a go at that one. Okay, let's see if you got it right. How many 3's in 2? None. Move it along. How many 3's in 27? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many 3's in 3? 1. 91. Right, next scenario, let's have a look at this one. This is where we have remainders in the middle of the number. So watch as I do this. How many 3's in 4? Or 4 divided by 3? Well, 4 is somewhere between 3 and 6. It's not in the times table. So I go to the number as high as I can without going over, and that is 3. So I'm going to say 3 divided by 3 is 1. But I didn't want 3, I wanted 4. So what's the difference? 4 take away 3 is 1, and that's what goes in front. So if we have a look, if I draw the 4 dots, 4 divided by 3, well, that's one group of 3 and 1 left over, and the 1 goes in front of the next number. How many 3's in 12? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 3's in 3? 1. So have a go. Remember, this is going to be too high this time. It's in between 3 and 6. So you'll have to go to the highest number and then find out what the remainder is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's pause the video and have a go. How did you do? How many 3's in 5? Well, 1, there it is, remainder 2. How many 3's in 21? 7. How many 3's in 6? 2. Let's have a look at another scenario. Right, sometimes you'll have remainders more than once as you're working through the sum. So let's have a look at this one. How many 3's in 4? Well, 4 is not in the 3 times table. It's going to be, if I draw 4 dots, 1, 2, and count them in 3's, that's one group of 3 and 1 left over. 4 divided by 3 is 1, remainder 1. Okay, so let's have a look at the 14. 14 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 14 is somewhere in between 12 and 15. So the highest number I can use without going over is the 12. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. But I didn't want 12, I wanted 14. So what's the difference between 14 and 12? Well, it's 2. That's the remainder. And if I just show you 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. So I've got my groups of 3, 4 groups of 3, but there are 2 left over. So it's 4, remainder 2. How many 3's in 21? 7. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, let's give it a go. 5 divided by 3, that's 1, remainder 2. The highest I can go is 21. 22 is not in the times table, so 21 divided by 3 is 7, and the difference between 21 and 22 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 174. Let's try these ones. These are ones where you'll end up with a remainder, but you have to remember to put the 0 in. So let's have a go. How many 3's in 3? Or 3 divided by 3 is 1. 2 divided by 3. I can't get 3 into 2. 2 will not divide into 3. So you put a 0. You mustn't forget the 0 and move the number along because it's a remainder. How many 3's in 21? 7. Pause the video and have a go. Let's have a see. How many 3's in 6? Or 6 divided by 3? 2. 1 divided by 3? Well, there are no groups of 3 in 1, so I shall just move the 1 along. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So just remember, when the number's too small, make sure you put your 0 in if it's in the middle of the number. It's a bit like when we're starting off and the first number's too small. Let's have a look at the next one. Now, what about when there's a remainder at the very end? Right, I'm just going to show you a technique to deal with remainders and make them decimals. Right, so 5 divided by 5 is 1. 3 divided by 5, well, I've got 3 dots. I can't get a group of 5 out of it. None, so move it along. 32 divided by 5. Well, if I look along here, the highest I can go without going over is 30. So I'm going to use 30. 30 divided by 5 is 6, and now I've got a remainder of 2. But rather than just saying 106 remainder 2, I'm going to put a decimal point in and put some zeros on the end, doesn't matter how many. Now, instead of putting my 2 up here as a remainder, I'm going to put it in front of the next 0 and put the decimal point in at the end of the number. So this is gone now, we don't need that. How many 5s in 20? 4. And I didn't need the rest of the zeros, so I can just ignore those. So the answer is 106.4. I'm just going to do that again for you. So we've just got a normal sum, a normal division, just as normal. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 3 divided by 5 is none, the 3 is a remainder. 32 divided by 5, well, the highest I can go is 30. 30 divided by 5 is 6. And I've got a remainder. So put a decimal point in and a 0 and put the remainder in front of the 0. How many 5s in 20? 4. Have a go with your next one. Pause the video. Don't forget to put your decimal point in the answer and in the box. Okay, let's try a couple more of those. So 4,321 divided by 5. Let's see what happens. How many 5s in 4? None. Move the 4 along. How many 5s in 43? Well, the highest I can go is 40, so that would be 8, and the remainder is 3. How many 5s in 32? Well, the highest I can go is 30, which is 6, and the remainder would be 2. How many 5s in 21? The highest I can go is 20, so the answer would be 4, and I've got a remainder of 1. How many 5s in 10? 2. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, you ready for the answer? 3 divided by 5 is none, and move it along. 32 divided by 5, the highest I can go is 30, so it's 6, remainder 2. 21 divided by 5, the highest I can go is 20, so it's 5, remainder, no it isn't, it's 4, remainder 1. And how many 5s in 13? The highest I can go is 10, so it's 2, and I've got a remainder of 3, so decimal point 0, 3. How many 5s in 30? 6. Now just be aware, you could have remainders and you could carry them on for as many times as you like, because you can put as many zeros after the decimal point as you like without it making any difference to the number. As long as you get your decimal point in the answer and in the question, and just keep carrying the remainders along. Right, so I've got some there for you to try. If you want to pause the video, and then we'll go through the answers afterwards. So you should be able to type straight into the boxes there. I'll show you. So it's a table, so you should be able to type into the boxes. Oops. I can't do it while I'm on slideshow, obviously. Oh dear, sorry. There you go. So pause the video and then we'll go through the answers. Are we ready? Oh, it's not my time. Okay. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1. Remainder 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Next one. 5 divided by 3 is 1. Remainder 2. 23 divided by 3 is 7. Remainder 2. 26 divided by 3 is 8. Remainder, because 8 3s are 24. Remainder 2. 3's into 20, that's 6. Remainder 2. So it's just going to carry on and on and on, isn't it? It's a recurring 0.666, so you can just stop after about 3. 3 divided by 5 is none. 37 divided by 5 is 7, remainder 2. 22 divided by 5 is 4, remainder 2. 20 divided by 5 is 4, so 74.4. 3 divided by 6 is none, so the highest I can go is 30. 30 divided by 6 is 5, and remainder 4. 47 divided by 6, the highest I can go is 42, which would be 6, and then I've got a remainder 5. And that will be 48. 6 is into 48, go 8, remainder 2. That will be 3, remainder 2, and then I think we are in that position again where it's going to be lots of 3s, so we'll just stop there at 8, 3, 3. Right, let's try this one. 3 divided by 5 is none. 5's into 36, 7, remainder 1. 2, remainder 4. 8, remainder, let's see, 48 remainder, that's 8, remainder 2. And the last one, 5 divided by 4 is 1, remainder 1. That'll be 1, remainder 1, and that'll be 4. Okay. They have the answers. Hopefully that's made division a bit clearer. Well done.